30,000 years ago, in the depths of the Ice Age, a hunter returns to camp after days pursuing a herd across the tundra. His skin is streaked with animal fat, ash, and the grime of the hunt. And yet, by the standards of his own people, he is not dirty. He is simply alive in a world that had already solved the problem of hygiene, long before soap was ever bottled and sold. We tend to imagine our ancestors as unwashed and foul-smelling, stumbling through history in a permanent haze of body odor. But the evidence tells a different story. Human skin is not a barrier to be scrubbed clean. It is an ecosystem, home to millions of microorganisms that help regulate oil production and keep harmful bacteria in check. Every time modern humans reach for a harsh antibacterial soap, they disrupt that balance. Ancient humans, without knowing the biology behind it, lived in a way that preserved it, exposed to open air, natural minerals, and running water that kept their skin's microbial world intact. But survival still demanded cleanliness. After a hunt, thick layers of animal fat and grease had to be removed, or they would attract insects and disease. The solution came from the landscape itself. Moving river water, combined with natural abrasion from sand and grit, stripped away the bulk of the dirt. For the grease that remained, people turned to fine, mineral-rich clay and wet sand. Natural abrasives that lifted oil and dead skin, much the way a modern exfoliant does today. Wood ash, when mixed with water, produced a mildly alkaline solution, capable of breaking down fats on contact, an early form of chemistry discovered through trial rather than theory. Dirt, though, was the lesser threat. Lice, fleas, and ticks posed a far greater danger, capable of spreading disease through close-knit communities. Archaeologists have recovered finely toothed combs carved from bone and antler, dating back roughly 10,000 years, their teeth spaced so tightly they could only have served one purpose: removing lice and their eggs from hair. It was, in effect, an early arms race against a parasite that had plagued humans for millennia. Fire offered another line of defense. Communities often slept near smoky hearths, not only for warmth, but because the smoke helped drive away biting insects. To modern noses, a smoke-filled shelter might seem harsh, but set against a night spent fighting fleas, it was a reasonable trade. And there was one final tool, one that predates any human invention: the plants themselves. Species like soapwort, yucca, and soapberry contain natural compounds called saponins. When crushed and mixed with water, these plants produce a genuine lather, capable of lifting oil and dirt without stripping the skin's protective barrier. Long before the first manufactured bar of soap, nature had already supplied the ingredients. So why does modern life so often leave us smelling worse, not better, than the people who came before us? Researchers point to a combination of factors largely absent from ancient life: heavily processed diets, synthetic fabrics that trap sweat and bacteria, and chronic stress, which can alter the chemistry of perspiration itself. Ancient humans sweated too, but their diets, materials, and daily rhythms didn't produce the same stale, chemical odor we associate with modern sweat. Hygiene, then, is not a modern invention. It is a survival skill, refined over tens of thousands of years through observation, necessity, and an intimate understanding of the natural world. Civilization did not create cleanliness. It simply packaged something humans had already been practicing since long before recorded history began.